everyone, this is Garrett, and this is Thief. And we are going to do Chapter 7 and potentially beat the game if I feel like playing long enough. So let's get started with that endeavor right there. The Baron told me I have to find a piece of the Primal Stone in my eye. Northquest's more broken than this city. Brother versus brother, it seems Orion Aldorus has an agenda after all. If he really has found a cure for the gloom, that must be something to do with the Primal and Aaron. And if Orion tries to cure the city with that, he's going to create something far worse than the gloom. And that is quite hard to read with that eye on a white background with an unbordered letter. But making letters can be pretty tricky. It's a hard thing to make letters readable, especially with the technology that we have available to us in our current day.
This was the last cathedral in the city. A ruined home for old gods. Desperate people have hidden in its walls for years. Orion and his graven are just the latest.
Oh.
Orion gave you back your city, friend. But even he can't bring back your dead.
They said he would cure us all!
You don't need to suffer as she did. Prove your faith in the dawn, and you will be saved.
Where is this voice coming from?
You can live for her, or die with her.
I don't know
The dawn will come.
where the person is that was saying all that, but he sounded close at least. But that's not our concern. Our concern is not getting spotted while we mess around and do things and stuff. I guess I can climb up here if I so desired. I'd also just pick the lock, but I'm actually more curious what's down there. Because you never know what's waiting for us down at the bottom. Perhaps this is the super secret path you can take, which eventually leads to the same place, but with more shebang. Or maybe this is... well, maybe that happens. Like, who knows? I can't interact with him. Oh, I can. Never mind. Doesn't do a whole lot, but, you know. I have the option of interacting with that particular person, if I so desired. And with the desire that I had, I have completely exhausted the amount of possibilities I had with that person, and therefore, I'll just climb up here instead.
But how many of our brothers and sisters are still on the streets?
We own these streets now. No more whispering on corners, or fearing the road will know. Any hope we're not here will have to wait.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna save the game because I don't trust any of this. I've seen my ability to be stealthy, and it's not been great lately. I'm not gonna lie. Lately, I've been spotted here and there and everywhere, and while there was not really an immediate consequence, it's a little bit dangerous. I think I have an idea on how to deal with this, though, which is the safest way imaginable. We take care of one, and he is now Mr. Distraction. The moment that guy comes back, I'll be like, yo, aren't you distracted by that guy? And he'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, yeah. And that'll teach him. I'm going to save the game again because I don't really feel like knocking him down. I mean, I knocked him down once, but knocking him down more than once would just be rude to the people that genuinely cared for him, you know? I don't wish to be rude in the times we live in right now.
What happened to this place?
What has happened to this place, right? Sorry, man. I would like to move. Okay. Okay, then. Let's not do that again, eh? Yeah. I kind of figured as much. I mean, I knew there was more than one guard because I saw the dude upstairs on the thing. He was like with the crossbow walking back and forth, and I kind of figured I'd have to take care of him eventually, but I knew that I had an escape plan in case something went wrong. And indeed, something went wrong. So all in all, everything went roughly according to plan. And when you think about it,
You know how blind you are, friend?
well,
I'll show you.
I find that you are not one to talk about that particular subject, sir. I think that out of the two of us, one of us is more blind than the other, and I am not the first one spoken about in that particular statement. All things considered.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Guard! I saw someone! He's in the shadows!
I am in the shadows.
I'll stop him soon enough, brother.
That's kind of the point, actually. You wouldn't expect that to kind of be the point, but it is kind of what I'm going for here. I hit someone, then you get confused, and then I'm like, yeah. And that's basically my entire battle plan right here, in a nutshell. I can't. It sounds like there's more than one guard left though, and that confuses me because I can only see one. And that's that guy over there. But I feel like there's another one somewhere along the line. Ooh, that was very much a waste, but oh well. Oh, there's a second person, but that's not a guard. And then there's that. There's actually quite a lot of people here. I guess I should have maybe been a little bit more careful. You know, all things considered, but what are you gonna do? It's too late for that now. We've already wasted our arrow, and I've already saved the game, so I can't even load anymore if I feel like it. That ship has sailed, son, and we are way beyond being Mr. Nice Guy. We have kind of taken care of a lot of people. Is it a guard? It looks like a civilian. Because he's not carrying seemingly any weapons. And I feel like if I knock him down, that's just going to be bad for me, so I probably shouldn't do that.
I'll be ready.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the guy upstairs talking. The guy upstairs in this case being literally the guy upstairs and not God. Might be God. I don't know. That guy could be God, I suppose.
You're sick! You know that?
Yeah. So I've been told.
What? You there! Don't move!
What? Really? Huh. That's a problem, actually. That is actually quite a severe problem, all things considered. But I'm fine. Because I have the power of crouching. And honestly, I meant to be here all along. Yeah. We're taking stealth to a whole new level. And that level is mostly just being lost, really. I couldn't really figure out. I guess there was maybe something I could do with this. But I'm not even sure how to get into this building without using this particular entrance. I mean, I assume there's a doorway in here somewhere. I got a new map now, at least, so there's that. Although this might actually be just an area you can only get in through there. I'm not certain. But it is also not our concern. And more importantly, it contained the food I just ate. So, all in all, that went pretty well again. That went pretty much as well as it could have gone, I feel. Yeah, that was good. Very stealth, very thief, very master thief, Garrett. Right there. Alright, so there's one standing by the fire. Is there anyone else here? Peek. There's a bird. But I don't see anyone beyond Mr. Bird. Which is probably good, I imagine. Because, well, I have an escape plan. It's pretty stupid, but it's gonna work. If anything goes wrong, I can just crawl back from whence I came again. Oh. And apparently, there was a guy over there. He just doesn't really care about the birds going completely crazy, which is good. Well, he cares a little bit, but not a lot. He's more interested in what he's looking at right now. Which is understandable, I suppose. I mean,
Death will find me.
it is a table. But at the same time, it's like, what is that thing in the top right there? Because it's on screen more than once. Is that an arrow or something? Is there an arrow inside me? like in my face right now, because when I crouch, I see that. I don't see my hands anymore. Well, I see my hands when I look down, but that's very odd. Not really sure what's going on with that, but just one of those things, I suppose. Kind of like that. Kind of like this dude not being interested in birds, but being interested in a table. I'll just leave him alone, I think. Hungry. Yeah, you're seeing me. I don't really care anymore. We're no longer Master Thief Garrett, we're Master Assassin Garrett. We're actually playing Dishonored now, and I turn off, with our custom difficulty, a lot of things. Like when I turned off focus mode, I also turned off the ability to do literally anything you can do in Dishonored, and yeah, it's a price, but I was willing to pay it from the get-go, because I feel like I don't need powers to live. I only need sandwiches. As long as I can find a sufficient amount of sandwiches, I should be able to survive in these harsh times. Oh, I'm actually gonna get inside the cathedral. I'm getting places at least. So, there's that. Yeah. Drop down. Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like that requires a saving of the game because I'm a little bit worried now. I was like, oh, it's gonna be easy peasy. Just gonna jump there and go to the little symbol on the map. I mean, it's right there and all. I mean, what could go wrong, right? But then things went wrong. Loot glint. Oh, and there's a whole bunch of food in there. Previously was a ring there, but I guess it fell in the mud. Without loot glint, I wouldn't have found that. I am almost certain of that. This is not a very exciting place. There's a rope there. Pretty excited about that rope, but not really excited about anything else going on in here so far. Like the not climbing that Garrett does every now and then. I'm not really excited by that. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I guess I could go in there. See what's going on. There's a poppy. And I do love me a good poppy every now and then because they are completely useless to me. Can I use those actually? I don't think I can even use those. I imagine they would be like next to the food items right there, but there's nothing there. Like, it wouldn't have done anything, but I would have just, you know, eat a flower every now and then. Why not? Well, I know why not, but as in, like, you know, I just feel like eating the flower. Why is that so much of a problem? Why did this even break? What? There's just nothing here. Why did that even happen? Well, okay then. I guess it's to give off the vibes of it actually being an old cathedral and all, but I don't know. It seemed a little bit unnecessary, considering you put nothing in the way, except for this thing, which we have fought before, and this time we beat it again by pressing the E button repeatedly. And apparently, things are amidst. Someone else is in this cathedral.
The last ride.
Ah, no, you haven't.
Well, I never liked crowds anyway.
That guy's still pretty happy.
I'll find my own way down.
Yeah, maybe we can just fall down. I mean, we fell a pretty long way after crashing through that piece of scaffolding, and it didn't hurt us. So maybe we've stopped taking falling damage. It is possible. You never know with current day technology how much things suddenly disappear. Especially with all these thieves around.
Headaches. Can barely see to shoot.
Same. It's a real problem. I don't know where those headaches keep coming from either. It's like someone keeps hitting me on the back of the head with a blackjack. Well, that guy was pretty difficult. I feel like I deserved a saving of the game after that because taking him down was pretty much. It was pretty much, you know. You know what I mean? Pretty much. Yeah, same. Oh, sloop, slap, sloop, slip. That's right. Oh, that guy doesn't really care that I just did that. I guess I should probably move in for like the future. It seems.
Sunlight comes, we will rebuild the city.
It seems that there's some people here. And that I just sort of looked out on everything that just happened. I'll just I'm sure that's a good enough spot. I wonder how many people there are here, actually, because I can only see the 2 people that are sort of hanging out over there. Maybe I'll sleep tonight. You know, I feel like the Graven are sort of not really happy with their life choices.
The lift is older than the quarter and just as run down. Orion himself couldn't make it go any faster.
Be careful what you say, friend.
A supply lift. Looks like a way down.
I know, right?
The Baron's engine has been destroyed. Such is the strength of the Graven.
Do not waver, brothers. Storm washes the stain of tyrants and faithless men from our streets. Soon, we will bear witness to the Graven Dawn.
I love it when it plays the same voice clip just twice at the same time. It's the best. He's starting to see me.
Divided by the dawn.
Yep. Okay, that is actually a little bit of an issue, I suppose.
Broken so soon.
Is it though? I can go down here, so
Taking him again.
I got some sort of backup plan going on right here, but I'm not really too keen on it right now. I don't know how. There's so much. This is a big place. Cathedrals are large, man.
Coming for you.
Yeah, I figured. I'm just gonna leave. That place is not safe right now. And apparently the dawn is coming, and I don't really feel like dawns. Dawns usually mean light. Light usually means less stealth, and I am pretty stealthy right now, as you are well aware. Man, this place is oddly built. Why would... Can I not climb? Like, it seems that I could crawl, like, in between the cracks over there, but no. No, that's not gonna happen, is it? Like, it just stops here. That's the end of the path. And to that I say, okay then. Like, the map sort of implies that there's something here, I guess. I don't... I'm just gonna go up here. I've decided this is the real path.
Soon the dawn will come.
And soon the dawn will come. 7 game? Useless? What are you talking about? I'm stealthy. That was all just a distraction to get that guard to... Where is that guard now, actually? I don't know. I wonder where he stopped searching for me. Like, I imagine there was a point where he was just like, I don't really care anymore.
Hope it's not the gloom.
Hope it's not the gloom. See, it's things like this where I'm just a little bit worried.
I have my faith, and he has none.
I have some faith. I mean, I have some faith in myself. Is that not enough anymore in this day and age? I feel like I broke that guard by being visible. I figure maybe if those bubbles go away, that eventually he'll just be like, you know what, I could go back to sleep again. There's nothing going on here. I need not worry. See, he's cracking his neck, he's moving his arms, not legs, and he is vividly standing still without movement. Well, I can think of a couple things I could do right now.
What's happened to this place?
One of which, actually, is pretty not so bad. I just need to get this guy to walk back again. And then I will use the power of stealth.
Stall nearby.
And the power of distraction. And the power of other such words. Stealth.
What could have made that sound?
I don't know. Could have been the rats, I suppose.
Make your...
I kind of hope that other guy didn't see that, though. Whoop. No, he's not so bad. Like, he got 2 red bubbles above his face, but other than that, he was like, well, that could happen. At any point in time, really. I should move him a little bit better.
Who was that just now?
Who was that just now?
Someone's lurking in the dark.
That's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that wouldn't happen, but at the same time, it just went yellow, not red.
With the dawn's guidance, I will out you.
Oh no. Oh no! Why does that keep happening? It would be rather fortunate if that would just stop right there. At least I have the fortune of being chased by guards who cannot think in the third dimension. So there is that. I got that going for me, but overall this is not going so great. I have had better experiences with guards in the past, and this is not among the top 10, I'm just gonna say. It's not up there. It's not high up the list of great expectations I had with this particular area. Is that... That's... I don't think that's a civilian, but at the same time I don't really feel like making any noise in that general direction. I can probably take him out without wasting any arrows. I should probably be fine. That guy is on point right now, though. He is very worried.
Still in one piece.
Still in one piece. Alright, back to the waiting game of this time not getting seen by that guy and instead just taking this guy out immediately without any real issues. I'm kind of glad that even if they saw... Oh, Jesus. That's finally over with.
It can't end like this.
Ah, God, that guy did not enjoy my presence right here, right there, right anywhere. Now I'm just needing him to turn around, and then everything is sorted. Woohoo! All is well in the world. God, that was complete madness. And there's another guy there. Man, this... They put some effort into guarding this place, at least. Like, Orion, he's learned that these guards are not really to be trusted on their own, so he just went quantity over quality on everything and just put guards everywhere. So, you know, good job on that, I suppose. It's a better idea than anyone has had so far. Anyone that has opposed us up to this point. So, all in all, been doing a pretty good job. Also, that startled me a bit. Yeah. Swoop. And I know there's at least one more person standing over there. And I'm guessing that is the wire cutterable place which I could use to thingy the what's it. That guy is just looking in that direction, but I feel like the amount of glass and water that's over here, should probably be careful. Stealth! And all is well.
Welcome some warm coffee.
Warm coffee sounds pretty bad right now, actually, because I'm not a fan of coffee. Why don't you take my feelings about coffee into consideration, Gem? I am most offended by the fact that you dared to offer me warm coffee when you know I'd rather have tea. Weather is turning. I imagine those traps won't harm me anymore. I am correct. Now I can steal the things. I've always wanted 2 candlesticks and a cup. People often place these items next to each other because they are often used at the same time. I obviously cannot climb up here because, you know, even though there's like ropes and things I can hold on to, that would be cheating and that's wrong. So... don't cheat, kids, or they'll get you. You wouldn't want that. No one heard that. That's actually pretty okay. Was a little bit worried that would be a little audible.
Iron rusts, engines fail, but the Graven Dawn endures.
Good. Thanks, Graven. At least they're pretty positive about their message. Like, at the one hand, you have the people who are like, I hope I can sleep tonight. Every choice I've ever made in my life is a mistake. And then there's like, the Graven are quite nice. The choices I've made
Fills your veins.
are acceptable to me. The Great Graven Mastermind. And all in all, I'm having a pretty good day. Like, I feel like there is a large difference between those 2 people right there. And maybe those people should have a conversation with one another because I feel like is some people are enjoying this more than others. And I find that a little bit unfair. I think that they should consider more unified rules when it comes to stuff like this. I can't tell if that's a guard or not. He is just sort of walking around. He doesn't seem to have a weapon at all.
It hurts.
Like, he just randomly said, it hurts. He's not having fun. He's not having a good day. I'm a bit worried about this particular idea I'm having right here. But, seems to work out. Can I be greedy? Probably, but I don't feel like it. E. Stealth. Apparently, there's a path here. Thank you, Loot Glint, because I wouldn't have noticed otherwise, I don't think. So where do I go from here? Do I just sort of climb up? Where? Well, I moved an elevator, so that's good. Step 2 is... Now what? What I do now? This land has confused me, and I do not know what to do with it all. Oh, or is this the entrance? Oh! Oh, look at that! I can only press one of the 2 buttons. I wonder which one I have to push. I was trying to get crushed in between these things. That guy does not care that the elevator just went up and then down again. He's not. Okay. Well, we're going down. We're gonna see what's what. I can't fall down here, so I might as well enjoy the view. Oh. That's probably bad, isn't it? That's probably bad. Okay, let's enjoy the view. We are in complete darkness, as you can see. No one can see this elevator. The elevator is
built upon the bones of the last. If these buried stones could tell their stories, I wonder what they'd say.
Oh my god. You wouldn't believe who builds a city on top of us this time. Friggin' Clyde and his band of barons are completely paranoid that we are actually quite mad at their decisions, and to be fair, we are quite bothered by the fact that they decide to build their city on top of our city. Considering there was not really any possible way for that to happen without any problems. Also, people are spawning out of nowhere over there, which is a little bit awkward, but it seems to have stopped, and all in all, we're having a pretty good day. I wonder if I shot an arrow in that direction, if it would just, like, kill people. It might. It probably won't, but it might. I'm guessing those people are entirely just ghosts. They're probably better ghosts than me, because I imagine they're actually just completely gone from the world the moment this elevator went out of their vision. Why does this thing keep stopping? This is not a very good elevator. Oh, I can see something sparkling. We're gonna stop here. Yep.
Well, that
Stealth.
could be good. Last stop. The Graven's.
Are you kidding me? Was that really necessary? Right.
Well, that can't be good.
What do you want from me, game? Like, I can see the path there. I imagine you want me to do something, but without any prompt, I will just kill myself. And I honestly... There we go. Is that it, maybe? Maybe not. No, yes, what? Somewhere in here, I'm gonna look at something and then a prompt will appear like jump or something, and that's gonna save my life. You would expect it to be that, but no. It's not. It's not that. I can't do anything with that. Also, no one seems to really care that this elevator just made a very loud crashing noise just now. Everyone's like, yep. That's the life we lead. Get used to it, chum. What does it want me to do? I mean, I imagine I want it to go further down. Should I press the... Oh. I guess the button was behind the wall or something? That's a really strange elevator system. Continue. Well, I feel like death is approaching. Because I'm gonna try to jump again. And I know...
Last stop.
Oh, that time it
The
worked.
Graven's procession's moving slowly. That should give me time to climb back up.
So I guess, prompts don't always appear. They sometimes appear, which is good, I suppose. It's just, like, every now and then it's like, I don't think we really need a prompt that time. Which, is cool, because then you have no idea whether or not your character's gonna jump or not, so that's nice. When I become a game developer, which will never happen, let's be honest, but when I become a game developer, I'm gonna just put every single input on a single button and then let everyone play it and see what they think. Like moving, jumping, climbing, killing, eating, everything's just gonna be F. If you press F, something will happen all at once. You will stand in front of your loved one, you press F, and suddenly you eat all of her legs. Just all her legs, just gone. All 7 of them. And you'll be like, well, I meant to actually jump. Well, that's the problem when you put everything on one button. Well, whatever. Let's just third person climb our way through this. Well, I'm just holding right the entire time, actually. Oh, hold E to rappel. There's a reason to doing this. The reason to doing this is that my camera is now slightly different. I could have probably just pressed X to be perfectly honest, but oh well. I pressed right like a champion. I'm going to save the game because I feel like I'm just going to die 4 more times trying that again if something does go wrong. And I don't feel like it. Map. Let's yeah, we're going there eventually. I'm just... Yeah, this looks far more fun. What could possibly go wrong here? This place looks like the kind of place where I want to hang out at every point in time. This looks safe. Yep. Safety is what went on when they designed this particular area in the Thief Level Designer Pro. There we go. And when you look closely enough, you'll find the box which traps every trap and triggers every triple. And now everything is safe. Now I can get... Whoa, free rope arrow. That's amazing, actually. Everything is fine now. I'm no longer mad. I've gotten myself a free rope arrow. And this free rope arrow is going to get me places. That sounds like the sound of someone who's gonna die in a minute. Except that sound was more me. I'm gonna die soon, and it's not gonna be pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I guess we haven't seen those asylum monsters in a while, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're hanging out here.
What darkness is behind this?
What darkness is behind the supply lift? Oh. So I guess they're not friends of the zombie ghost monsters either. I've learned. I can get them to fight each other.
Why does it hurt?
Why does it hurt? I wonder if I could shoot someone with a rope arrow. It would be really expensive, but it would be so cool at the same time. Like suddenly, oh, Jeff, there appears to be a rope in my head. How do I cope with this? And Jeff's like, well, my mother always used to tell me that when I suddenly get a rope stuck in my head, it's just believe in yourself. And then Jeff and his mother parted ways. Huh. There is a weird shadow. I guess there is like a thing on like the right side of me right there. I'm not really sure. Is that a bow? Is that a grappling hook? I don't know what it is, but I have a strange looking shadow in that wall right there. I don't like it. What's this? I don't know what it does, but I feel like breaking everything is probably a good idea. That's probably the way to go. It'll probably have some effect on things. Maybe this chest was actually trapped. Actually, it probably was. Let's see if that's I don't know, actually. It doesn't look like there's anything that could hit me. I don't know. But we got ourselves a flash bomb, so that's good. We only got 4 of those now, so we're using those very well. And now that we have that flash bomb, I feel a lot safer. I wonder if flash bombs are actually just really strong against those guys that are scared of the light. That would actually be sort of sensible, I suppose. But this game works in mysterious ways, so I don't know. There's a man there. I just got a broadhead arrow. Should I use it? I don't know. There's 2 mans. That guy has a crossbow and strange animations. Whereas the other one has a torch and pretty generic animations. I feel like the bow is not required to take care of this particular Graven.
So tired these days.
I know, right? It's a problem. This is also...
Stop! Do not resist the dawn!
I am resisting the dawn!
Finish you off!
That's right. I resisted the dawn just now. Don't wake up your friend. I need him to be asleep for this. This is very, very important. Don't wake up the dawn and stuff. That would be bad. I'm glad this man was dead because I wanted his money. That's right. I'm a monster. I'm just taking names and taking their money afterwards, and they call me Robin Garrett Hood. Robin Garrett Hood. And this is actually just my chance to be more of an opportunist instead of a predator, because I've been a predator, pretty predatory in this particular level, and I feel like that's not really a very respectable way of like getting the acceptance of your peers. And I find that pretty important when dealing with cases such as these, as you can see. Because I just wanted that guy, he was talking about being very tired. I just wanted to make sure that he got the sleep he deserved, and right now he's getting exactly that. And all these guys are like, wow, maybe we should wake up Clive, but no. They actually also agree that Clive needed some shut-eye. I don't know why I did that, but for some reason there was just something in my head that sort of clicked and said, yeah, that guy, he's gonna be trouble. You don't want that guy to be around. You don't want that guy to be around at all. That's gonna be a very bad thing to have around at any point in time. And, yeah, he's in a pretty convenient spot, I'd say. I'm gonna put him in a slightly more convenient spot, I think. Whoop. He was almost floating downwards. It looked very odd. But it was oddly mesmerizing to watch at the same time. Sorry, man. But things need to be done, and I want to get them done smoothly. And if there's guards in the way, smooth sailings are often not guaranteed. And I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I'm not sure why I'm still stealing things, to be honest. Considering, you know, I am just sort of breaking in and murdering everyone. You'd think I'd, at this point, be at the point where I'm like, you know what, I don't need to do this anymore, but no. I keep going. I keep striving. I keep murdering. I'm not a nice man. I just threw that man out of the pot. Sorry, man. That was inconsiderate of me. I'm oddly tempted to try and open that safe, even though I don't know what the combination could possibly be. I'm oddly tempted to just brute force it, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna brute force the safe because I feel like it. So, without further ado, I'll see you in, well, in a while, really.